Shalom, praise Mahaba, Yahweh. I was just listening to this female on YouTube, and she was talking about the different types of mind control and how they do it. And one, she was talking about how they take you and they lock you in this cold room and you're naked. That's something that happens to me. I don't even talk about it. I don't even tell people about it. But I want to tell the TIs that this can't happen to you. In 1996 or 97, I whooped my children. I whooped my children's ass because they were stealing or whatever they were doing, but I was tired of it. You know, and I had really actually nobody to help me. I mean, I had a husband, but he was only really a financial provider. He was very good at that, but as far as helping me with my children, he didn't know how, I guess. I didn't know how. So anyway, I whooped my children, and then the CPS people and 26 police cars and all this other kind of bullshit happened. Police got her ass whooped. She went to the hospital, and I went to jail. Okay, so months later, this happened, I think, in January. You know, you have to understand that some parts of my memory has been wiped away. I'll talk about that some other time. But, okay, so I had to go to court like in April, and I was convicted, and I went to jail. Not prison, but jail. And when I got to the jailhouse, they put me in this dress. It was like a comforter or something. And I was always doing something with my hands, always, you know, sewing, doing the children's hair, folding clothes, always doing something with my hands. And I was in this room, cold-ass room by myself, had nobody to talk to and had nothing to do. So what I began to do is I noticed that the way the dress was made, that I can actually pull that thread out. So what I did was I pulled the thread out, and you know how you make these string things with your fingers? And that's what I was doing. And this one big fat pink pig, he looked through the window or whatever the fuck it was. And I didn't know what he said. He said something, but I didn't know what he said. It sounded like he said something about, like, destroying government property or something like that. I don't know. But when they came again, I heard him say, "You're destroying government property." You know, I've never been in jail before. Never really even knew anybody had been in jail, so I really don't know what he's talking about. But it was a whole lot of them. They grabbed me, they threw me up against the wall. They snatched that little comforter-type dress off of me, and they took me naked, walking down this hallway. Everybody, you know, well, it was just police back there, but male and female, and it was mostly males doing this shit to me. And then they threw me in this room, and the room looked like it was clay. But when you touched the walls and you touched the floor, it was, the floor and the walls felt very soft. Not really, very, kind of hard but soft. I can't really explain how it was, but it's like it was a room made of clay. And the only thing in this room was like a drain in the floor. And man, I was freezing in this room, and it's just like this little sliding, maybe like a speakeasy type window that they would, slide open and whatever. Even the males looked in there, and I had no clothes on whatsoever, and I'm freezing, and I had to use the restroom. So I asked them, if I can use the restroom, and they told me that hole, like that little drain in the floor, that was my toilet. So I asked for a toilet tissue, and they would just bring me a real little piece of toilet tissue. And I don't know how long I was in this room. If I was in this room 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I really don't remember, because there were no windows to tell. I just know I was in this room naked, and I was fucking freezing. So it was a young pink chick. I guess she had came on duty or something. I really don't know, but I needed some toilet tissue. At least I thought I could get enough, to at least cover my feet. If I can stop my feet, from freezing, then I can help the rest of my body from being so cold. So I kept asking for tissue. And so this little young pink chick, she came to the door, and I asked her for tissue. And she gave me a whole roll of toilet tissue. And I took that toilet tissue and wrapped it around my feet. It was cheap because it kept breaking, but I didn't care. I wrapped it around my feet, and then with the rest of it, I made like a nest. And I would lay down in that nest. And when that side of the body, my body got warm, then I would turn over to warm up the other side of my body. And it was torture. I couldn't believe that they actually treated people like this in jail. And man, I don't know, and I just kept in my head, that these people are trying to drive me crazy, and I'm not going to allow them to drive me crazy. So I didn't know about mind control at the time, Now I know.